The day had started like any other, bright with anticipation. Our bachelor and bachelorette parties were only days away, a celebration meant to honor our love and the journey we were about to take together. I had been excited, joking with friends, imagining laughter spilling late into the night, a few drinks, and stories that would later become fond memories. But nothing could have prepared me for the words I overheard. I was passing by the bedroom, carrying a stack of shirts for ironing, when her giggle stopped me cold. My chest tightened. It was light, mischievous, almost playful, but underneath there was a strange, charged tone that made my stomach knot. I froze at the doorway. She didn't notice me yet, wrapped in her phone, scrolling through messages. "I invited my ex-lover, hope he'll come," she whispered, laughter curling on the edges of her words. "Because I spent the whole day shaving everywhere for him, LOL. Time fractured. My heartbeat thundered in my ears, drowning out everything else. I stared at her, disbelief rooting me to the spot. I wanted to step in, demand an explanation, but my mouth went dry. My hands shook, the shirt slipping slightly from my grip. Memories of our life together collided in my mind. Quiet mornings, shared coffee, long walks where she would laugh at my terrible jokes. The thought of her preparing herself, imagining someone else's gaze, someone I didn't even know, made the room spin. I felt betrayed, humiliated, and yet numb, as if my own body refused to process the scene unfolding. I moved quietly back into the hallway, heart hammering, trying to make sense of it. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe she didn't mean it the way it sounded. But the words were precise, deliberate. She was planning this, anticipating it. The casual cruelty of her giggle cut deeper than any physical wound could. I remembered the first time we met, how her laughter had felt like music, how it had drawn me in and made me believe in forever. And now that same sound, once comforting, was a weapon, a signal that everything I thought I knew about us could be a lie. I tried to tell myself I was overreacting. Maybe she was joking with a friend in a private chat and it wasn't about me. But the way she rolled the words, the intimate knowledge she referenced. I spent the whole day shaving, everywhere, but it wasn't something shared lightly. It was personal, private. It was meant for someone else, and my heart sank knowing it was deliberate. The rest of the day passed in a blur. I moved through our home mechanically, performing tasks without focus, hearing her laughter occasionally, feeling like a ghost in my own life. I couldn't eat. I couldn't speak. Every memory of her sweetness now came tainted with suspicion, fear, and hurt. I wanted to confront her, but the fear of hearing the truth, of shattering the last fragile illusions of our love, made me hesitate. That evening, I watched her prepare for the party. She danced in front of the mirror, unaware of the storm she had ignited inside me. I wanted to scream, to demand the truth, but the words stuck in my throat. Instead, I stood silently, heart aching, watching her transform herself for someone else, for a memory of passion that didn't include me. I realized that love, no matter how deep, can be fragile, shattered by small betrayals and secrets hidden behind laughter. I questioned every embrace, every whispered, "I love you," every shared dream, and I felt a sorrow so profound it was almost physical, like a hollow space inside me that could never be filled. The bachelor and bachelorette parties went on as planned, but the celebration felt hollow. We laughed, danced, and pretended, yet beneath the surface, everything had shifted. I caught her glancing at her phone a little too often, smiling at messages I couldn't see, and I felt the cold truth settling in. The person I thought I knew, the life we were about to share, had already begun to fracture. That night, as I lay awake beside her, the faint glow of the city lights through the window, I realized that love doesn't always protect us from pain. Sometimes, the people we trust most are capable of the deepest wounds. I felt an aching mix of longing and betrayal, the sting of a laughter that used to mean intimacy now, transformed into the cruel herald of infidelity. And in that quiet, lonely darkness, I understood something irrevocable. The world I had built with her could no longer be taken for granted. Every memory, every future moment, would now carry the shadow of that giggle, a reminder that even in love, hearts can be lost in someone else's hands.